So we have 5 playwrights for each of these 3 performances in the festival. For this performance, we have a play called Because by Marcus Gorman. There's The Silence of My Lonely Room by Scott C. Sickles. Joint Adventure by Stephen Hayet. Glass Slipper by Molly Peterson, and Warpaholics Anonymous by Russell Nichols. I guess I'll go in order of when they're presented, like in terms of telling you about the plays, but Because is actually a solo piece, and it's about a teenage woman who is dealing with a lot of trauma in her life, in terms of her family, in terms of her boyfriend, and she's outside a bar having a conversation. We don't really see who she's having a conversation with, but it tells us a lot about the difficulty she had growing up and the difficulty she's had with the people in her life. And I don't want to give away too much of what the trauma is, but it's honestly very heartbreaking when you see it. And it also deals with a lot of the homelessness issue, particularly when it comes to youth in America. The Silence of My Lonely Room deals with schizophrenia. There's a young man who had a falling out with one of his best friends because of an incident related to his mental health issue. And in this play, you see them coming together for the first time since that incident and trying to work out sort of what happened between the two of them. Joint Adventure is probably the funniest of them. It's about an old man with Alzheimer's disease being visited by his granddaughter, and it starts off tense between the two of them because he's very forgetful and all, but they bond uh, over the magic of marijuana, and so I hence the name Joint Adventure. Stephen, if you're listening to this, that is a great title for that play, by the way. I don't know if I've ever told you that, but so yeah, that's Joint Adventure. Glass Slipper is, I always see it as like a deconstruction. This is just my interpretation, a deconstruction of like the cliche fairy tale stories and how like we don't always see the traumas that the characters might go through in their family lives and whatever. And it's about a character who's based off Cinderella, who is in therapy, and she is talking with her best friend about whether or not to break up with her boyfriend named Princeton. Don't think I need to explain why he's called Princeton, because, fairy tales and all. And yeah, it's interesting. And it goes into like really the stigmas of mental health and how that might impact relationships. So it's not just a fairy tale story. It really deals with some real world issues there too. And Warpaholics Anonymous is, it's as you can tell by the title, it's kind of a play on Alcoholics Anonymous, but it's sort of a sci-fi type story in which people are addicted to quote warping, like going through time, like going too fast, and it's an interesting play, and it deals with addiction in a way that I think is very unique. And addiction's a very important issue, and maybe for people who might not want to watch like reruns of like Intervention and are more sci-fi nerds, maybe they might enjoy this play while also seeing the parallels to that issue. So yeah, again, these are all some really great, very unique plays. I wanted to get like sort of an eclectic collection of plays to present because I don't think there's one right or wrong way to write a play or to tell a story, as long as they're all dealing with mental health in one way or another. And I hope the audience likes them too, as much as I do. Our next performance is on March 20th at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Again, you can learn more about the festival by visiting our Facebook page at Talking Out Fest and our Instagram page at Talking Out Fest. We also have a Facebook event, which if you like type in Talking Out March 20th performance or something like that, you can find our Facebook event. And yeah, from there you can find our Eventbrite page, you can purchase free tickets, and you can make a donation. And yeah, I hope to see you all there on March 20th. I think it'll be a fantastic performance, and it'll be even better to have you guys. But get your tickets soon because they are selling quick. I will say that.